Welcome back to the Fanspeak Network. It's Sibling Showdown. It's Thursday. Unfortunately, I can't believe best ball season is coming to an end. This is our last Sibling Showdown live drafts. That's right. But don't worry, you're not getting rid of Steve and I. We will have a ton of content starting next week for NFL in season, NFL betting, DFS, Battle Royales. We'll have you covered, but not before we do our last Sibling Showdown live draft in just 1 minute. That is right. It is hard to believe that the best ball drafting season is coming to a close, Steve, but that's what it is. We're down to 1 week from today. We will be watching real NFL football in 1 week. I cannot believe it. I'm so excited. Believe me, I love best ball season as much as the next person, but I love real NFL football even more. And that means then we get to sweat out everything we've been doing all draft season. Again, the content will not stop here on the Fanspeak Network and on our Fanspeak Substack. Got to change the name. It's not going to just be best ball, because we will have DFS, NFL betting, Battle Royales, all coming to you here on the channel and Substack. But Steve, I got to ask you, how are you doing? How are you keeping up with these slow drafts?
I mean, the short answer is I'm not. But I do realize that when Underdog is now down to an hour, Drafters is down to 2 hours. So it's like 30 seconds clocks are back because I'm just constantly drafting.
You're like on a 30-second slow clock, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just on a show, Big Draft Energy, who does a lot of drafters content. I just did a super flex draft.
He just said long time no see, Steve.
Yeah, with his crew, and they're great. They're awesome. If you don't,
yes, go check them out. By the way, if you're not already following them on YouTube.
Absolutely. And no, like I'm just on like 100 drafts that are up within 20 minutes. So I'm just.
So how are you going to do this show, by the way? Because I don't even. I have like 20.
I can multitask. So
you are a very good multitasker. Well, I'm going to quote retweet that we're live now. I know you tweeted it, but yeah, talk about whatever you want. Then I'll get to the chat, and then we're jumping in. We are doing our last BBM together. Maybe I'll pull up our first BBM of the season, see how much things have changed since then. But no, talk about how you're handling slows, which again, you're not very well, but you're trying. What you're planning on doing this last 7 days of, I guess it's just keeping up with everything, honestly. But no, talk about what you want. I'm going to quote retweet right now that we're live.
Yeah, so we are down to the wire. The clocks have changed. I'm sure Underdog will probably release a couple more contests as well, but probably just like what they did the other day, like a single entry or maybe another 3 max, something like that. I could say a Hound Dog, that's a smaller contest. But yeah, it's just grinding down the rest of the way. BBM, I think probably Phil's Tuesday or Wednesday. Marathon and Sprint clearly have overlay opportunities. I still need to do another Rottweiler Superflex and then a couple more pointers. So, and still the puppy 4 is out. So there's still a lot out there for people to draft in the first quarter. I think Eddie talked about that. That's still going strong. I think Eddie asked like how many we're doing. I think I'm at like 30 for the second one. I did only like 15 for the first one. So I'm at about 30, and this includes slows. So many of those are not actually completed. But yeah, still plenty to draft over this weekend. I'll be drafting basically nonstop between the fast I need to get done and all these slows. I'm going to be doing a couple shows, need to figure out, but probably Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Because yeah, I just want to keep, I'm going to keep drafting. So why not draft with you guys? We appreciate you all and, enjoy talking football. So in terms of football news, the big thing was a offensive fantasy side, but of course, Micah Parsons traded to the Packers, couple first, Kenny Clark. So it's one of those things that's, pretty fair value compensation, but if this trade happened before the draft or before free agency, you'd say, okay, well, then the Cowboys can go pivot, but now they're just kind of like stuck. Their defense is probably going to be really bad. I think it's a real plus for Dak and the passing weapons, to be honest. And I think it helps, of course, the Packers just in their goal to not just make the playoffs, but go far. So very fun NFL real life trade. We had some various news out there. There was a report. I only saw it on Sleeper. I didn't see it on Twitter. Maybe I missed it. That Chris Godwin is not expected to come back till after week 5 now.
Yeah, I saw that. God, that news feels like it's just changing by the second.
Yeah. It's yo-yoing. So, I did move him back up in our rankings yesterday. I probably would push him back down a little bit because I was kind of playing it that since they didn't put him on PUP. So now I don't understand why they didn't put him on PUP, because then they could have just kept him out. That he would be back 3 or 4. But now if it's after 5, that's not as great. But, as I said before, he through 7 weeks when he got injured, he was wide receiver 2. And, we treat Rashee Rice missing 6 games going much higher. And I get injury is different than suspension. But if he's back at week 5 or after week 5, I still think he could be a very good pick in the low 100s because the upside of this offense.
All right, this is brother and sister teamwork here. Now you can catch up on drafts. I'm going to catch up with the chat, and I'll pull up our first BBM because our schedule for tonight's Sibling Showdown, again, if you're just coming in, hit that like button. We appreciate you. If for some reason you're not following the Fanspeak Network, make sure you are subscribed. Content does not end as best ball season closes. We have a lot of great in-season content, NFL betting, DFS, Battle Royale. It's all coming your way here and on the Substack link in the description, of course. So again, we appreciate you all best ball season. Since this is our last Sibling Showdown live drafts, again, you'll have plenty of Steve and I together on the Fanspeak Network all NFL season. Got some fun stuff planned. But since this is our last Sibling Showdown live drafts, we are going to do a BBM because I think we started with the Best Ball Mania. Let's end with the Best Ball Mania. And then we like the super flex. So we'll probably do super flex unless the poll, pushes us another way. Because we could do sprint or marathon, or the pointer is a really good contest. Love that. Because that's still open, right, Steve? I believe. Yeah. So there's options, but we were talking about BBM and super flex to round out the drafting season. But Mike Robin here, let me get to chat. We need to choose all for the poll. Thank you for mentioning that, Mike, because the poll on the YouTube today is like, what do you like to do the most in season? Now the best ball season is coming to a close. Again, we get to watch real NFL football, but we also get to do real NFL live in season. Hopefully that we can make some money quickly. I mean, listen, I love best ball too, but it's nice that if you hit a DFS contest or do well in a Battle Royale or do well in NFL betting, you get the money that week. So that's going to be really, really, really fun. I love NFL season, obviously, just to watch the games, but also sweat the games in all those ways. Because my biggest is probably NFL betting and DFS, and I do some Battle Royales as well. So we'll have you all covered there. But I put that on the channel: NFL sides and totals, NFL props, parlays, pick'ems, Battle Royale, or daily fantasy. Steve and I have been playing daily fantasy since 2013, and have had great success with it over the years. Kind of the ebbs and flows of 11 or I guess, like 12 plus years of playing DFS, but had some success, and we're excited to talk about that. And again, $34.99 for the Substack. That's for a year. Most things for a month are like triple that. So you're getting a lot of value. If you do choose to do the Substack, you'll have, again, DFS articles, Battle Royale rankings, all of our bets, all of our individual alt bets, individual sides and totals from Spread and Tyler and Andrew and Justin get into that. But Steve and I are more on the prop side, and we'll be sending you our individual alt picks and then parlays that we land on too. Some more bankroll builders, some, more fun lottos. Definitely hit a bunch last year, a bunch in that like 20 to 25 to 1, which was really, really fun. So yeah, we look forward to having sweats with you guys in season. So hit that poll, because I'm going to put that up the next few shows, because I want to know what you guys are doing. And as far as content here, until we start in season content next week, obviously last Sibling Showdown drafts tonight. Tomorrow, last Friends of Best Ball with Nez from Badge Bros. Very excited about that. Love Nez. He's awesome. They have a new product out, for Battle Royale. I know you talked about getting that. It looks amazing with Pete, Nez, and John. So that's cool. I look forward to talking to Nez about that. Then you said you'll likely be on this weekend, and then definitely a longer stream Monday. And you might get a little more siblings drafting together Monday, because I might jump on Monday to give you a little break. And then we might do what we are going to do on Mondays, which is an early look at DFS, or really aren't many lines up yet, but the Monday, the following week, it'll be the Monday night football game and, that kind of stuff. So we're really, really excited about the in-season content. So let me get to it's so good to see our guy, Eddie, Mike. Yes. Smash that like button as you're coming in. How many first quarters are you all doing? I think between the two different ones, I'll have like 20, give or take 15 to 20. How many are you doing, Steve?
I did 15 the first one. I'm at I think 30 this one, 25 to 30. I'm not sure the exact number.
Gotcha. So I'm sorry, how many did you do the first one?
15.
Okay. So you'll have like 40 or 45.
45, yeah.
Yeah, nice. This can't be the last Sibling Showdown. You both had a handshake agreement in March. This wouldn't be the last. You can't take back a handshake agreement. Like I said, you're not getting rid of us. We will have tons of content together. Steve and I think we'll have the exact show names and everything, but Monday we'll do a long block every Monday covering early look DFS, early look Battle Royale, Monday night props and parlays. Thursday, we're going to do same thing. Thursday night props and parlays, then a Thursday DFS show, like talking about like the different slates, and then some Battle Royale. And then Friday, we'll have a prop party show that we did last year, which is really, really fun. So yeah, I was a little late. Mega clock did happen. Dog has back in Baltimore, dog's not potting very well outside. So saw that there was a little pee accident that I had to clean up. So sorry about that. Don't want to blame Rudy, my sweet dog, but yeah, I wish I could say I was analyzing all this Cam Scatteraboo teams. You would be waiting another day. Absolutely. Yes, CBS, my first CBS show. I've been doing the CBS show with Mike, Sia Najad and Mike McClure the last, with Sia 2 years and Mike last year, the two of them together. And now we're running it back. So the first CBS Fantasy Football Today DFS show was this morning. That's exciting. That's back every single Thursday. You can catch me on Fantasy Football Today DFS, the CBS channel. Very, very fun. But I'm not big timing you now. Don't you worry. But I will be there every Thursday, sharing some DFS stuff too, as well. Yeah. And again, Steve was on with Big Draft Energy earlier. If you'll go check that out, and definitely go check out their channel. Very good content for drafters. Paulina, what's up? Megan, Steve, good to see you. Hartman, GM, good to see you. Hartman, hope your end of best ball season's going well. Another fun draft season this year. Congrats, y'all. Thank you, Green Bean. We appreciate you. Hopefully it's another successful one for the Shout family, and hopefully it's successful for all you guys in chat too. Thoughts and prayers, Steve, 1,000 slow lobbies. I think that's what he's doing right now. I'm trying to give him a little time to catch up before we jump in one. We got our guy who
slow drafts on Underdog right now, under an hour.
You're up. Oh, I have. How many are you up on right now?
I'm up on 70.
You're up on 70? How are you going to get that done in an hour?
In the last 10 minutes, I've probably done like 10 picks, but yeah.
Okay. So all right. I'll keep going. We're going to multitask as best we can. We got our guy Who Hames host. Hope your end of best ball season is going well, Who Hames and Steve. I think you guys are going to be doing a Tuesday recap show each week in season. So more in season goodness for y'all. Just keep drafting. Absolutely. Eye on the ball, Steve. Look at these other NFC North teams. You have to mimic the fraction of the Lions' power. Yeah, that Packers move was ginormous today. I'm your Huckleberry. Good to see you. What's up, peeps? What's up? Good to see you as well. Did Steve get a haircut or just brush it? Looking sharp tonight. I believe you got a haircut, Steve.
I got a haircut, yeah.
Looking good, Steve. Looking good. Fresh for the, start of the football season. I like it. They actually just sent Godwin to the glue factory because his leg isn't right. Oh God, I hope not. Steve, we got another bingo night joke. I love the bingo night jokes between Mike and Eddie. Absolutely the best. If you don't know what that is, Steve drafts the old. So Mike makes a joke that Steve's trying to pick up ladies at bingo night. That is absolutely hysterical. We got a couple people giving us feedback, and we appreciate this. I want to know in the poll, in the chat, what you guys like. So again, as you're coming in, hit that like button. Love props. So do I. It's one of my favorites, Jeff. Good to see you. Battle Royale. No thanks. I'll just play first quarter. Yeah. I mean, I'm having a blast with first quarter, and I just dabble in Battle Royale. The guys play a little more than me. Battle Royale loves you. Yeah. I think Mike Robb, you're a big Battle Royale guy. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Don't know how, Steve, you're juggling that, but good to see you, Coolers. I know you're in a ton of slows as well, because I was watching. I believe he was talking about slows on the show that you and Andrew were on last night, right?
Yeah, he is about the same number of slows going that I do. So
Herman says, smart move, blame the dog so people can't be mad. I mean, I was truly running late. And then I saw like a little accident that the dog made. And I was like, well, now I do. I know now I can blame Rudy. No, he's so sweet. We just got to get used to walking on a leash in the city again. Yeah, he thought 50s was bad. That is, I don't know. I literally don't know. I have like 20 and I don't know. I'm struggling. Hashtag 0RB is dead. We always love the Thad hashtags. Good to see you. And Thad is a DFS guy. So we got a little Battle Royale, a little DFS, a little props. So a little bit of everything. That's what I like to see, because guess what? That's what you're going to get on this channel. A little bit of everything. DFS, NFL bets, props, pick'ems, parlays, sides and totals, Battle Royale, DFS. We'll cover DFS in multiple ways as too. RB is alive and well. Absolutely. Yeah. A little play on words there, Eddie. I like it. All right, Steve, I'm going to bring over Underdog, and I am going to try to look at our very first, and if you've watched our show before, I don't do a ton of BBM anymore. I do all the other contests, all the good advanced rate contests, and some marathon, some sprint. As you can see here, I did 52 52 rookie and sophomores. I'm shooting to do 60 marathon. I'm at 46 now. I did 15 eliminator. I'm going to get to about 20 sprint. I have a bunch of super flex going right now. We might do one tonight. So I'll have like 45 to 50 super flex. And then I did 62 pre-draft. So I'm over 400, which Steve is very proud of me. So NFL season 135 completed. Again, I have like 20 going right now. Let's look at the very first Sibling Showdown. So I did my first one by myself, and then Sibling Showdown 428. First Sibling Showdown of the season. Let's check it out. All right. It was from the 2 spot. What did we do there? Bijan. Okay. So Bo Nix, Trevor Lawrence, Bryce Young. All right. Bryce Young at 170. Hello. That's interesting.
That's some value.
Yeah. Bijan, Caleb Johnson, stayed on that all season. David Montgomery, knocked me over with a feather. Cam Scattaboo, Justice Hill. This sounds like a Megan Steve draft. T. Higgins, Terry McLaurin, very early at that time. Travis Hunter, very early at that time. Don't care. Cortland Sutton, Marvin Mims, a little double stack, because I actually didn't get a bunch of Denver stacks the rest of the season. So funny to see that here, a Broncos double stack as our first BBM. Hollywood Brown, another knocked me over with a feather. Now a Minnesota Viking, Adam Thielen with Steve, and Dallas Goedert, Mason Taylor, Elijah Arroyo. So we did Dallas Goedert and 2 upside swings of rookies drafted on they were both drafted day 2, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think of our first BBM, Steve? I kind of like it. There's no major, I've looked, using Best Ball Overlay code Fanspeak 25% off. It doesn't, just like we're not ending just as Best Ball season's ending. We got a lot more exciting in-season content. Best Ball Overlay, you can use it for Battle Royale. So using it for Battle Royale to make sure your exposures, but more importantly, your combos for Battle Royale is a major game changer. So code Fanspeak 25% off. I kind of think this is fun. There's no glaring disgusting. I mean, yeah, some guys are early, some guys are later, but there's
So first I'll say, no, I think overall it's fine. Like 3 quarterbacks we all feel good about. I mean, the values changed on Young. The others go kind of in that same area. The running backs, sure. Like we got,
well, obviously Bryce Young's not stacked anymore, which I have a lot of Bryce Young Thielen stacks, but who cares?
But we got, the running back room, Bijan is still going, 2 or 3. Who was our number 2 back? Was it
Caleb?
Was it Caleb? Okay.
Yeah, Caleb Johnson and then David Montgomery.
Caleb, Monty. I mean, those guys both go in that same range. Caleb's fallen a little bit, but now he's kind of ticking back up. And then Scatterboo and Justice Hill, I think, are very fine clicks as well. So we survived. There's no health issues. There's no suspension issues from this group. So our quarterback and running back room, okay. Our receiver room, Higgins, McLaurin, thank God he's back. Travis Hunter, double tapping the Denver guys. Actually looks pretty sharp now that Mims is kind of full-time starter.
And this is before the schedule too, and it's Broncos Chiefs week 17, right? Not that I'm like a week 17 girl obsessively, but like we got that,
and we knew Adam Thielen would be on Minnesota for the bring back to David Montgomery.
We knew it. We knew it all along. We knew that was the skinny stack,
So, and tight end is probably our biggest concern because Goddard and Mason Taylor are the same bye, and then Arroyo. Maybe by then he'll be in more of a full-time role. I just worry he's kind of like a splitting that role with AJ Barner. So I feel probably the least good about our tight end room.
Yeah, no, it's fun to look at. We are then going to get in a BBM 6 first, but let me say hi again to the chat. Eddie says sprint is what I need to get 5 more of. Yeah, I think I want to get I have some going now, so I'll be over 20. 25 would be nice, but we'll see. I'm happy I'll be over 20 at the sprint. So that's good. We got our guy Andrew in here. Hello, my family. 1 week away, exactly 1 week away. We are going to be watching real NFL football now without Micah Parsons. The Cowboys face the Eagles. That looks like it could be. Ooh, and boy, does this make me like the Dallas passing game even more. Their running backs are garbage. Their defense is now taking a massive hit. Just the Dallas passing game. I feel like I've gotten a lot of it, but yet still not enough. 1 week away, guys. And Andrew and Justin, I know I'm using this show to talk about what we're doing, but I think that's important. As one season comes to a close, another season opens. And so I want to make sure you guys know that we have a lot of fun in-season content. Andrew and Justin will be on every Wednesday night, Battle Royale, breaking down the Battle Royale slate, and then Battle Royale live drafts Friday night. DGen Dads, great name, great graphic, great content. They'll do sides and totals, they'll do props, they'll do anytime touchdowns. So they'll do it all on Friday nights. And then on Friday afternoons, we're going to be doing prop party, basically our favorite alts, and then cooking up some early parlays before we send them out on Substack. So I think that team is alive and well. I think it's not too bad. Andrew showing up. He free Thursday night shows next week. So Wednesday and Friday, Mike Rob, Andrew and Justin, you've got him. He beat me to it. We got our guy, Fantasy Football Garage, the Best Ball Jeopardy champion in the house. The trophy needs to be ordered this week. I just got back to Baltimore, but I will be ordering the trophy, sending it to Chris in Texas. The first annual Best Ball Jeopardy trophy going to our guy Candyman, who took down the tournament on Monday. I think we might need a Mike Rob show. I mean, absolutely. Done with Underdog for best ball season, now in the drafters streets, but couldn't miss the show. Thank you. I'm your Huckleberry. Appreciate that. Good luck in the drafters streets. Looks like there's going to be some overlay there as well. Yeah, all those young Thielen stacks are now Naked Bryce teams. Same for me. I just looked on best ball overlay, and I think I had 10 or 12, something. But then I accidentally got 5 Thielen, 5 Thielen JJ. So, hey, it's all good. Absolutely. Makes me love Redskins, Eagles, Giants more. Yeah. With the Cowboys losing Micah Parsons. We got our guy, Tyler, Emo Cowboy in here. Howdy shops. Howdy, Tyler. Good to see you. Hope the end of your best ball season is going well, too. As you wind it down, you have to let the chat know when your all's last Typhel Tower before the season starts. I'm assuming this weekend. Dallas Bengals with Jaden Blue starring as Chase Brown. Okay. Okay, now I get it. Yes, Dallas does feel very similar to Cincinnati now, Steve, right? They just absolutely got to bet best for y'all for opening night. Saquon Barkley over longest rush, 19.5 yards. Get it now. See, we don't even have on the Fanspeak Network. You don't even have to wait until our in-season content starts. Andrew's churning it out already. You love to see it. Tell the Barkley bros to get their victory laps in week 1. Let us know if you're streaming tonight as well. Candyman, have you guys changed how many marathon and sprints you're doing. I mean, I have to watch just total budget. So I'll probably, like I said, end up getting, my goal was 50. I'm hoping to get 60 marathon and 25 sprint. If I can get that, I will be happy. Did you change yours, Steve?
No, I'm going to be about 100 at each. We'll see if there's any like real guaranteed overlay. If there's, they might, I wouldn't be surprised if they do maybe a little promo next week for one or the other. Yeah. So that might change, but I'm not gonna max either.
Right. Okay. I'm going to enter from my phone just to make sure we're all good. Obviously, it's fast only now. So if you would like to join us in our last BBM draft, and again, I might be on with Steve. Again, just a quick programming note, Friends of Best Ball tomorrow with Nez. Very excited for that, 4 p.m. Eastern. Steve will likely be on this weekend once or twice. And then Monday, Steve will do a longer stream and I'll likely jump on with him then too. And that'll start our in-season stuff because we will tease some early look stuff for DFS Battle Royale then too. So Best Ball Mania, our last Sibling Showdown draft together, Steve. I'm entering in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, enter, and 5 more to start. So if you would like to join us for our last BBM together of the 2025 Best Ball drafting season, come on in. Let me find it. Okay, I do have to make some slow picks too, but I'll pull this up and I'll make the slow picks on the, okay, so we are in here and we got P Punch at the 3 spot, Coolers at the 4 spot, Hartman at the 5 spot, Eddie at the 6 spot. Holy cow, this is friends and family. UCF Jaguar at the 10, and it looks like we are at the 12. Let me adjust here. Yeah, that we've got a full friends and family here, Steve.
Yeah, no, it should be good. And I like that.
I love it. I love our last PBM, a Sibling Showdown of the season. We got a bunch of friends and family in here. Let's go. You saw our first Sibling Showdown draft. Now this will be the bumper to it. And I'm excited. So Steve, can you talk quick as I catch up on a couple slows?
I mean, I'll still be catching up on slows, but no.
Steve multitasks way better than I do.
No, like you said, thank you everyone for joining us for these. It's crazy. It's the end of BBM best ball season. So it is kind of wild to think about because these last couple months have kind of flown by. And but thank you so much all for joining us in the draft, in chat. Don't forget to like this episode and subscribe if you're not already subscribing. And like Meg said, we're gonna have so much content for you. I'm excited for this draft because last year Meg and I had a not to discourage those who got in with us, but we had a 50% advance rate in our 18 BBM teams together. So I'm hoping we can run that back this year. We didn't do 18, but whatever it was, hopefully we're at 50%.
Yeah, we had 18 BBMs together, and we advanced 9 of them, I believe. So that was super fun. I'm trying to are you trying to
I don't want everyone to regret that they joined now, but
153. I'm trying to are you trying to queue up so you don't accidentally get autoed some loser?
There's no way I can even do that. I got 20 picks under 15 minutes. So,
oof. All right. I just have to make one more here. I don't even know what I'm picking. Okay, this is pug, not sprint. All right, let me take a quick look. Okay,
this goes pretty normal to start the top 6. No real kind of change there. Brian Thomas gets pulled up to 7. I know Meg's wishing we had the 8th pick to get Christian McCaffrey, but we don't.
Yes, I do. So P Punch goes Lamb, Coolers goes Gibbs, Hartman, Jefferson, Eddie, Barkley. We are almost up. And UCF Jaguar, Neighbors. I have a good bit of Neighbors. I don't know if I would refresh my exposures. I did recently, so it's not that far off. But what do you? I mean, I kind of.
Do you want double running back, or do you want?
I want Henry, and then I want to see who we have with Henry. What do you? I feel like we got to end the season with Big Dog.
Okay.
Sorry, I was afraid I was gonna. Let me look.
Don't know if we're gonna have time being back to back.
Henry combos. Yeah, I have the most with Genty. So Amon-Ra, London.
Let's do London.
Okay. That's fun. I don't think I had any. Yeah, I didn't have any. So there we go. Henry London used the best ball overlay combo tool. And again, I've been using it on the back end, typing in different combos as I'm going through slows, trying to mix up my combos. And that was so helpful last year. Hopefully it's so helpful this year. I'm so excited to just see things play out now. We talk about it all summer long, and now it's just so exciting that we're about to watch it all play out starting in 1 week. So let's let me catch up with the chat here. Yeah, good. We got Eddie in here. Let's draft a winner, family, ship it for Fanspeak. Yeah, I mean, hopefully it's one of us or two of us moving on. And then I hope all of us that's been in, following the Fanspeak Network and the shows, I hope we all have a super, super successful best ball season here. Many values will surely fall in this room. Don't think so, Hartman, but always love the Hartman wit there. I hate sharp drafters in my room. This is why I avoid stream drafts. Probably smart, Eddie or Jeff, probably smart. Steve has become an RTA. I love it, Hartman. Steve has become an RTA at this point. That's hysterical.
I mean, it feels that way.
Wait, who do I have 50% on?
Scatterboo?
No, I'm only at like 40 something.
I don't know.
Sorry,
50% advance rate.
50. That's right. Yeah. Sorry, I'm about to lower that now. Just queue up Cam Scatterboo 3 rounds early. That should be the move. Steve glancing at the team 5 seconds, deciding position, picking the best name, I'd imagine. I mean, yeah, so you are literally just making these snap picks.
Yeah, I mean, I got 10 picks, 10 minutes or less right now.
Holy crap. Yeah, one real time. It's okay. Talk that shit, Steve. I was like, Steve, easy. No talking shit. But Thad says, talk that shit. We got a Paul in here. Good to see Paul, Legion 13. I value my sanity too much for the slow draft. Steve
Smart
loves
man.
it. He got me. I loved your friend's gift, the Chandler gift today, looking out the window. That was great.
Yeah.
Meg wants her CMC Scatterboo Shipley room. I take some Shipley, but I don't have a ton, but I do. And I want more CMC, but obviously now it's hard to get it. We got GAB in here, young Mula in the streets. Hello all GM, wherever you are, 50% advance rate drafting duo. Yeah, that was fun last year. Hopefully we can run that back. Derek Henry is stupid undervalued. Age 31 season, he rushed for nearly 6 yards per carry. Yeah, and with the whole age cliff thing with certain guys, when you haven't seen it yet, and we haven't seen it yet with Derek Henry, and just these guys, like now the way medicine and people take care of their bodies, data could be different as we move forward. And I think Derek Henry could be a unicorn outlier too.
Yeah.
All right, we will get to Mike Robb in a minute. We are coming up at 36, 37 here, Steve. So top of the ADP, McBride, Kyron, JSN, Garrett Williams, George Kittle, Devontae Adams, Jaden. So let me actually use the combo tool, see what I've got coming up here.
You switch it to dark mode.
What, on this?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, my bad. All right. What do you want to do here, Steve?
I'd like to do James Cook.
Oh my God, we're really staying on brand.
And Xavier Worthy.
Okay.
And I know our dad would not like our 2 top running backs week 7
buys. Dad hates that. Dad hates that. That's rough, Steve. That's rough. Well, just no more week 7 buys. Steve, did you just have to get another, Sibling Showdown in with James Cook, right?
Have to up your exposure.
That's how I'm going to get my James Cook exposure. Yeah. So I appreciate that. What's something you both want to add to Fanspeak over the next 3 years? New sport, new type of content, those type of things. Good question, Mike. Appreciate that. I don't see adding different sports. I'm a football only girl. Steve definitely plays like golf and other things.
I could maybe do like baseball, especially best ball.
Yeah. If you want to do it, I'm going to stay in my lane. Football only for this girl. Wouldn't be surprised if Steve did anything baseball. I know Andrew likes golf, so maybe there would be like Spread and Tyler follow, do NBA betting, but we've tried like doing other stuff. It feels, football all year long, NFL basketball, and right into NFL season, like we're talking about with the NFL bets, bets, DFS and Battle Royale. So as far as different sports, maybe dabbling, like Steve said, baseball, basketball, maybe golf, basketball for Andrew or something like that. But as far as other things, I just think we want to keep making what we offer even better, making the rankings even better. We offered all the different formats, but making the way they're displayed better, those kind of things. I think, we're trying to find creative ways to make our content both on the channel and on the Substack for the in-season, for the bets, for the DFS, for the Battle Royale. Because again, some people are just one lane and some people are, like you said, Mike, all the lanes. So just trying to just make everything the best product it can, but probably just always the most NFL focus and sprinkling in. Any other thoughts to that? Because that's a good one.
No, I agree. I definitely
Eddie.
want to expand some things. Like next year, I'd like to do projections. I mean, I kind of have
that's a big one. That's
ginormous. Exactly. But it's something I need to start from the jump. Just because I kind of have thoughts in my head about like how we project guys, but I'd like to like put it written out there and that be a big part of the Substack. So that'd be my goal for next year, to create good projections and just further show what I'm basing my drafting on.
That's huge. That's awesome. I like that. Paul says he bows out in season contests, have to recoup for the big board release. Totally understand that, Paul. And we'll be right back here for big board as well. We got Paulino Scatterboot first big game deserves an emergency stream. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I mean, I wish you could do like live sweats with that. There used to be that one program like Playback or something. I don't know. I don't think they do it for NFL though. Okay. So we're up in 2 here at 60 and 61. Top of ADP is Rice Hunter. If Mbuka falls, I need more Mbuka. So, okay. Can we please take Mbuka?
Sure.
Yeah. And then you took the last 2. Do you want me to take this to a tag team or do you, because I have to
Can I ask who you're going with?
Travis Hunter.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah.
I mean, I do need more Connor too. I've taken him in a bunch of slow drafts trying to get the number up. So it would either be Connor. Oh shit, not Burrow. Whoops. I mean, I love Burrow, but not in this one. Connor or Hunter. Do we get what do you like better?
Go Hunter. Go Hunter.
All right. So we start 0-2-4, pretty common for us. Double anchor, and then kind of hitting that mid-range quarterback, obviously. Henry, James Cook, London, Worthy, and Mbuka, Travis Hunter. I'm just going to keep an eye on Baker. He's kind of been falling, but just want to keep an eye on him there. Let me pull the board back over and then get back to the chat. But yes, Paulino, Scatterboo's first game does deserve an emergency stream. They just need to both win the Millie to afford the summer. I promise our spends aren't that much. I promise. Definitely not me. And I know Steve isn't either, but yeah, no, Steve, what's your favorite? This is a good question as we're talking about all the different content. So you and I have had sweats in, sport, in NFL betting, in DFS, in best ball. What's your favorite sweat? Was it this past year best ball, or was it that time you took down the early only contest, won $50K on an early only DraftKings DFS contest? What's your favorite sweat?
I probably will say DFS just because you're making every choice that went into that particular week, that particular slate, whatever it may be, where, best ball, like we're picking the best teams and everything, but we have no control. That was an amazing sweat, but we had no control what happened week 17, much less that, those last couple games that sealed the deal. So,
that was, best ball sweats are absolutely wild because it's 3 weeks in a row where you're just like nail biting, like the year that I had the BBM last year with your 16 finals and my Bulldog finals. And I was still sweating the marathon. That was just so fun to sweat together for, multiple weeks. So, but yeah, that DFS sweat, wasn't it that, so Steve won a early only, and it was a big like Texans Jaguars game stack in the early only window. and it was going to go to overtime, and overtime could have you could have lost it, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so did the
Because
kicker put it off the goalpost and that?
Fairborn put it off the goalpost because if it goes to overtime, I had more Texans than Jags. So if the Jags came out, and just dominated overtime, that would have probably killed me.
Yeah. So it's like, I mean, literally football, game of inches. So is DFS and, sports betting, best ball, total game of inches. And that puts it off the goalpost, game over, Steve wins 50K. I was watching the game with you. It was so fun. It was so exciting. Helps that Henry is an alien. The only thing stopping him is if they call him home. So true. I mean, some of these guys are just outliers. And, I think Travis Hunter might be an alien too. I'm hoping based on the way I'm drafting him. Steve knows the people want the dark mode. Thank you, Steve, for looking out for us all there. Steve's going to leave the room if you didn't switch to dark mode.
Quite possibly.
You did get serious about it. So I'm glad the chat noticed. Mike Robb says, great answers. Was looking for something on Steve's wall. I found a video from 3 years that popped up on my timeline, and the Best Ball King still has no background. That is hysterical. So Mike Robb left a comment and was like, 3 years, this man hasn't gotten a background. And I wrote him back and I said, Steve has a lot of Evan Silva vibes. He just wants to talk ball. He doesn't care. I know the ETR guys have given Evan Silva crap about his background and stuff like that. His tech lording. Steve's the same way. He doesn't have time for that. He just wants to, talk ball. And so I was like, Mike, if it happens in the next 3 years, I'd be stunned. But speaking of, the guy you should get the jersey is the guy that helped you get fourth in the big board last year. If he falls to us, can we draft him with Ibuka?
Yeah.
I just want as much Baker as I possibly can. So
no, exactly.
I don't know why people are so down on Baker. I understand he ran hot with touchdowns too, but okay. So what else are we going to do with the other picks? So top of ADP, Caleb Johnson, who we obviously do take a lot. We took him in the last one or the first one, excuse me. And we take a lot of them together. Jaden Reed hurt, Josh Downs, Tracy, no, Hawkinson, Keon Coleman.
I like Keon Coleman.
I do
We're
need
making
to
a
take
Bills
more
bet with two big pieces there. And I'm good. I think he could be a breakout. I mean, why can't he be a sophomore breakout? We want sophomore breakouts all the time. He's got one of the best quarterbacks in the league, one of the best offenses in the league. We just got two potentially big pieces from it. And that's just an area. One thing, running back, not necessarily 0 RB and late round running back, but running backs now between picks 100 and 140, and even guys I just pull up to that range are just so much better right now. The Washington options, the Braylon Allen, Dylan Sampson, Scadaboo still, the Jaguars back, CTN and Bigsby. Now we should be taking Nick Chubb there. We should be taking, you can make Ollie Gordon at the end of that, like in the 140s. Still guys like Algier, Rashard White, just a lot of guys. So we'll need at least 3 more backs, especially with having 2 of the same bye. But yeah, we just didn't need to go Caleb Johnson there.
Yeah. But I agree, Steve, great answers. And that Mike Robb's comment from a show 3 years ago is absolutely hysterical. Would you admit you have a little bit of Evan Silva vibes where it's just like, you want to talk ball, you don't give a shit what's on your background?
Yeah.
Projections, MDS, good to see you. Projections will probably help you in big board. Absolutely. I mean, Steve's been scouting rookies for, since 2012, and honestly been obsessed with the draft before that. So I think that's what helped him, honestly, just in the big board last year to finish 4th, and certainly helps us with rookie prospects. But I think projections will help us in big board and just along the way. So I think that's a great point by MDS. BR drafts are more skillful, season-long, best ball is more fun. I think that's a good way to put it. Yeah, coolers. I think that makes sense. Absolutely. Obviously, with best ball, we lean heavily into the player takes, but it's so much strategy too. We lean to player takes, but also structure. The fact that we are very 3 quarterback, 3-5-7-3 is our primary. When we do 0 RB, it's not 6 in a row, 6 wide receivers in a row. It's like 4 receivers and a quarterback tight end. Or we're taking our first 0 RB backs in rounds, 6 and 7 or 7, 8 and 8.
we just do it. We believe in our structure as well.
Yeah.
Because I
do think best ball is fun, but I think part of it, what makes it fun, is thinking through those structures and strategy.
Yeah.
Even though we do love the player take, so I think that's a good.
Honestly, that's a lot of the way that I'm able to do all these slows at once. And slow is very relative term right now when I have this many going. But I'm looking at the structure and the player types, that archetypes that I have, and then making my pick based on that, and then also using best ball overlay so I know my ownerships to judge that.
Yeah, shout out to best ball overlay. I don't know. Yeah, it definitely helps in the slow draft or streets and when the clocks go down like this. Meeting a play-by-play for Meg for Scadaboo's first start when he takes over. Absolutely. Hayden Winks had a post today talking about by Halloween, Scadaboo should be the guy. And I think so too. It'll be interesting to see what he does early in the season. Speaking of, where did he go in this draft? Or has he not yet?
He probably hasn't gone yet.
Dun, dun. Oh yeah, we're only at 108.
Somebody's going to snipe him just because you said that, but
we have a crap load of quarterbacks here who I love, of course, May being one of them too. We can always backstack. So, let's stay on brand, for God's sake. But what else do you, because we need a third running back, and I like him over ETN. And Mixon and Brian Robinson need to fall. So what do you think about taking a quarterback and backstacking like a Drake May, Caleb Williams? I don't know. Let's
do Scadaboo and May.
Oh my God, they're my two guys this season. Oh, love it. Yes, I'm so happy. All right. 28% Drake May. I'm right there with Patty Crane. I love Drake May. Steve, we love Drake May here at the Fanspeak Network. 2350. This is so typical of our build. Definitely going to be a late round tight end build. I love it. We got Hulk mashed potatoes in here. Hey, good to see you. Fantasy Dog, always good to see you. He has the 21st, the like update. Appreciate that. Hit that like button. Let's get way more than that. We're going to be doing a second draft after this for sure. But thank you for the update, Fantasy Dog. Still streams from Sail Team Sticks Underground Bunker. That's hysterical. Coolers. It does kind of look like that. That's hilarious. Luckily, I don't watch streams from backgrounds. Bucks D is going to be bad. Worf's back, load up on Baker. Yeah, I just think people are kind of saying regression, and kind of not buying it for year 3. I'm buying it for year 3, even with another coordinator change, and I know you are too. GAB, though, says a little rich on Baker. He's been falling, though. I know we took him at like 84, 85, but he sometimes falls to around 100. I'm fine any 84 to 100, but I just think he could still do maybe not the amount of touchdowns last year, but I still think a good season ahead. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, and it boils down to he had the year that he had last year, and Godwin missed over half the year. Evans 3.5 games, McMillan 3 games. Kate Otten 3 games. I know some of that's running itself back because McMillan's going to miss most of the year. Otten's out to start. Godwin's out to start. But Godwin's going to play more games than he did last year. Mike Evans generally has not missed time due to injury. He's missed more time previously due to suspension or sitting week 17 or week 18, depending on the year, than injury previous to last year. And they go out and get Mbuka, who is the most NFL-ready rookie receiver. So right. I think they're going to be very fine still, and honestly, probably a better weapon. So,
and that's what JB says. Like, it should still produce for the cost.
Yeah, like 40 touchdowns might be rich, but probably 30 to 35 is really live.
Yeah,
and
thank
to
you,
the point,
thank you, Fantasy.
Defense is not great.
Thank you, Fantasy Dog. Appreciate that. We've got index suspicion. The closer we get to the season, the less I want to trust Arthur Smith. I'm invested in Aaron Rodgers just as a value quarterback, especially in 3 quarterback builds, but hope so. Johnson misses a blitz pickup, runs the wrong route. Hope not, because I have plenty of Caleb Johnson, though I did pump the brakes recently. All right, top of ADP, Steve, coming up at 132, 133, 235. Not the couple. Top couple, Ramondre, you went Tootin. I didn't want him anyways. No. Ramondre, Tootin, Braylon Allen, I love as a 4th running back. I don't think let's
get Eckler.
You want to get Eckler over?
We take?
Oh shit, it's too late. I'm sorry.
Okay.
We can take Eckler too, but there's no way I don't even know where's Eckler's ADP currently at.
Like 1 or 45 or something like that. Somebody might have taken him.
Okay, shit, we got to pick something else quick.
Go to receiver.
Let's just grab Goddard or Henry. No, Goddard.
Henry. Okay. That was fun.
That was good. Oh, this is like a dead zone for a receiver.
Yeah.
I should have pulled up Pop Douglas. I'll cue him for later.
No, and now,
what's your take on Kyle Williams? There just hasn't been much there.
I mean, I think he still has some value. They got rid of the bottom third of their receiver room. Kendrick Bourne and all those guys. So no, I think he.
Oh, Eckler went to our guy Eddie at 128, or 126.
No, that was a good pick.
Yeah. Good pick.
So I think Pop Douglas is fine. There are a lot of receivers whose ADPs are just wild right now with all the trades and reshuffling. Guys like Horton, Leggett, Coker, the Tesla, they're all moving up considerably. So yeah, we can't even really follow ADP. And Eckler's another one. Like, Eddie, I'd say it every show, and he knows, like, Eckler is probably the biggest beneficiary of the Brian Robinson trade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's part. At this point of the year, like you said, with all these moves, you just had to pull it up. So that's why I was like, wait, where is he on ADP? But he was gone. Eddie was sharp. We got Braylon Allen, just got our first tight end with Goddard. I think that's fine. By the way, there is week 17 run back. If you want to, justify that pick with obviously drafting 2 Bills and having a run back with Goddard.
No. I mean, Goddard's fine. I just probably would have preferred the stack portion of it. But yeah,
I would have preferred Henry or pull up Pop Douglas too. Jeff T says best ball is really more strategy than player takes. Yes, the right players are important, but only if the strategic alignment. Yeah, it definitely has married the two. Because some of the people I hear their player takes, and I'm like, oof. I mean, nobody's always right. Nobody's always wrong. You just need to be a lot more right than you're wrong. But player takes are important, but they have to. But the strategic part is so important.
Yeah, you and I talked about it before. Like last year, we were wrong on some player takes, and not like some just due to injury. One of my third highest tight end was Luke Musgrave. Well, he played 2 games last year, so but it didn't impact my success because the overall player takes are good, but more so the strategy, because I'm building well enough that I can survive getting almost nothing from some of my tight end rooms, or like Will Levis was my third quarterback.
I had a lot of him as a third quarterback too.
So some were injury related, some were just bad takes, but it's having, and Huims talks about this. He says your hits are more important than
your misses.
Your misses.
Yeah.
And it's true. Like you need big hits, and that's where we were right. And this is also just a structure take. Is we were heavy on running back. Like we were not 0 RB last year.
Really quick, let's get back to that in a minute. Hunter Henry definitely to stack. Then where did you want to go? We're at 2, 4, 5, 1.
Let's bring up a receiver. Let's bring up Jalen Coker.
Oh, nice. Over Thielen?
Yep.
Look at that, folks.
There's 0 chance Coker makes it back.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, I was scared. Okay. where am I at with Coker? Not enough. 6%. So almost 7%. So tack on some more there. 2, 4, 6, 2. Need to be thinking about a third quarterback. I'm sure Penix is long gone. No, he won't make it back though, but I'll cue him up. So I'm just looking through potential, if there's any potential stacks and Bryce Young's gone. And then obviously the common ones I do, which is why I have a lot of Darnold and Aaron Rodgers, especially, is they are easy to backstack, but we'll think it through. Cause we're back up then. Wow, this flew by. I mean, there's 4 more picks, 2 more turns for us. So, that flew by. But yeah, I agree. Jeff, strategy is so key to those player takes for sure. Ant says, Steve, with the pre-NFL hairdo, looking sharp, Steve, looking sharp with the haircut today. Jeff says our strategy of not prioritizing tight ends would infuriate Arthur Smith. We caught up, Jeff. We got two caught up there with the little Goddard Henry stack with May. No need to apologize, Eddie. That's a great pick. Yeah, Index says Pop for the win. Yeah, we missed out on Pop, but got the Henry stack. I don't know. Do you have any Butte, Steve? I don't have any.
I mean, I've taken him a couple times, but not much.
I agree. I like Pop. If he has that Edelman role, that's absolutely huge. Definitely not Bandetti. Went to most of training camp. Kyle Williams has skills. Okay, Tommy Huckleberry, you're a Patriots guy. Good to know. Dropped more passes than he should have. Maybe a late season riser. Yeah, I mean that probably makes sense. Yeah. I took him early. Haven't taken him as much later. Sweating the concussion risk with Eckler. Yeah, him having 2 last year was rough. But yeah, Eckler and SB or Scott Fishbowl 14 was an absolute stud. That's awesome. I mean, the Upton Chisholm, I saw he made the team, but that'll be interesting to see, if he does get any play time. I mean, I think Pop Douglas is their main slot, right? So that would,
I mean, Pop Douglas is their slot. Chisholm will play a little bit, I'm sure, but I just don't imagine it'll be a lot, barring a Douglas injury.
Agree. You always got to tell a story and a narrative, too, especially in DFS. So I definitely like that. Yeah. And Henry falling back to us was nice. Thad says always Coker. Absolutely. Upside is more valuable than downside is detrimental. Scott Barrett, love Scott Barrett. Very sharp. Fantasy points is a go-to in season content and data. All right, Steve, we are almost back up here for our second of 2 more turn picks here. So, I mean, I do this a ton, but we could do Aaron Rodgers, Jonnu Smith just sitting there, or we could do Aaron Rodgers and then someone else, and then get Freiermuth later or something.
So is that top of board at quarterback?
Yeah.
Let's do Aaron Rodgers, and
Do you want to do Jonnu or
no? Let's not do Jonnu. I mean, hopefully we can get Freiermuth or Wilson later. Let's look at running back.
Yeah, I think that's important to get the last running back now. So, we could go Chris Rodriguez, get a little low-owned part here. Giddens, Keaton Mitchell, Dowell.
I'm actually fine making the Chris Rodriguez bet.
All right. I think that's fun.
Like I like Rico Dowdle, and that would have been my first call. And DJ Giddens is, I think, very good as well. But Chris Rodriguez, I talked about this with Andrew last night. 2 years ago, late in the season with Brian Robinson, he got some work. He averaged like 4.6 yards per carry. Last year, when Brian Robinson got hurt, he got some work. Averaged like 4.6 yards a carry. Excuse me. He looked very good in the preseason. He's not nothing in terms of preventing JCM breakout. So there is a path where Chris Rodriguez ends up being the value, early down back.
Yeah. No, absolutely. 1 second. I like that. Getting a low owned, actually Established to Run has ownership. Let me see what they're projecting Chris Rodriguez for on ownership. Because this is
in BBM, especially Chris Rodriguez is going to be 5%.
I think the projections do they still have that? I'm looking
now. He's taken in basically every draft. But
right. But that didn't start till it's projected ownership. Yeah, it says estimated ownership 12.3.
Yeah.
That's fun. Wow, Aaron Rodgers. It just happened because I typed in just Rod, and so Chris Rodriguez and Aaron Rodgers camp. This is the kind of things that we want to make our rankings much better. To Mike Rob's question earlier. Let me know if we're coming back up, by the way. Okay, no, we have a little bit. And Aaron Rodgers, I guess it's not, I do see him go undrafted some, but they're projecting him in BBM 83.9. So that just surprises.
Surprising. The first third.
Oh, that's right. BBM. That's right. Okay. People were worrying about the retirement. I don't know what I was thinking. Occasionally I see him go undrafted, but the first part. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. I messed that one up. JB says, what's up with the Titan wise receiver situation? You grabbing any shares other than Ridley? No, for me. Are you, Steve? I mean, I did earlier try to take Restrepo in a couple time box, but I mean, it was like
I'm
last
still
pick.
taking a little Lockett, but I've taken Io Manor like 2 or 3 times. It's just, and I mentioned it's weird that he is practicing behind Ridley. Like he only came in the Z. He's never played the X. So, I mean, I don't think Van Jefferson is a big threat, though he did have a big touchdown. But I just don't know how often he sees the field, particularly in passing plays. He's a really good blocker, so I think he'll get some early down work there and just naturally get a handful of targets. But how fantasy relevant is that is my question.
Yeah. We may need to take turns helping each other with slow drafts. Or you know me, I can't focus. But let me. I had to read Coolers. Miss 100% of shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky and Michael Scott, of course. That's perfect. Pull Coolers. Talk later, nerds. UD dropped our guys Thielen's projected points. Thoughts? Interesting.
Terrible.
And then we'll get back to the Theo Johnson one in a
no,
minute.
You know, the fact of the matter is, and I've said this, I think his ceiling case is a little worse, but his floor case, I think, is highly raised in this. The Vikings and the Panthers, essentially for the same number of pass attempts last year, the Vikings had 1,000 more passing yards and 12 more passing touchdowns. So just the fantasy upside. Granted,
just take a pause, and then we'll get back to that. Pat Fryermuth, obviously, for the back stack, and then DeAndre Hopkins is sitting there, and we made a Derrick Henry bet, just like we did on the Bills. Do you want to just take that?
I like it.
Like you said, it's because like Coker and not Coker was drafted, but like guys like Torrey Horton and all these guys are pushing guys like DeAndre Hopkins down. Mm-hmm. But to me, that's still, and Mike Robb, if you're still listening, we'll support this one. That's bananas. Yeah. So that's crazy. Any news on, go ahead. Sorry. And finish what you were saying. And then,
I like getting 2 pieces of the Bills and Ravens. We didn't get the quarterback, but we got 2 pieces of elite offenses. That feels good. But just back to the Vikings versus the Panthers, so the Vikings passing offense produced pretty well last year. Granted, it is now going to be JJ McCarthy. And, people point to the fact, when Hawkinson's there, when Addison's back, it's not, he can't do anything. Well, what I would push back is at the end last year, those guys were all playing, and Jalen Naylor had his best game. He had 16.8 fantasy points. That finished 17th in week 17 among all wide receivers. So he is hitting lineups. If you had Jalen Naylor in your BBM in your final, you wish you had Jalen Naylor. The chance that you had 3 or 4 receivers better than him is probably pretty thin. So for me, for my big board team, this is big board. Amon-Ra was my 3rd receiver at 16 points. And so Naylor would have gotten a little bit more than that, but where Naylor would have pushed Amon-Ra to is my flex, because my flex only got 10 points. So that's 6 points. I go up a spot in the big board last year. So, sure, Thielen was even better week 17, but the point being is the idea that he can't hit, I think is false. And also, even if it is just these first 3 weeks, let's say he has 2 like 18 to 24 point games, which we know Thielen is very capable of during this time when Addison misses. That in and of itself could be enough to justify his pick. Very similar to DeMarcus Robinson last year. More Robinson was more 17th, 18th rounder, but he had like 3 really good weeks, and he pushed a lot of teams to the playoffs who wouldn't have made the playoffs otherwise.
Yeah. Was there, and I interrupted you to make our picks. Was there anything you wanted to finish on that before we catch up with chat?
I just did, but
no, I thought you were talking about something else.
I was talking about the Vikings and Thielen. I haven't mentioned anything with Theo Johnson yet.
So sorry. I thought you were talking about something else. I'm so sorry.
Nope, not at all.
This multitasking is going so well. Any news on Theo Johnson? He missed practice recently. I didn't realize that he missed practice. I missed that one. I'm sorry.
I saw it, but I hope it's nothing serious. I have like 6%, but no, I don't have any news to answer the question.
Let me see if Underdog did any update. Sees early volume set notes from 19 days ago. Well, hopefully not anything serious. I've been taking more of them. So much pre-draft Butte. I'll catch up quickly here. Let's see. Yes, and C-Rod, I think for a low owned, it's kind of fun. Late swing. Usually target Keaton Mitchell, Taj Brooks. I take a lot of Taj Brooks. I take some Mitchell. Paul says we've never seen Roman Wilson perform poorly in an NFL game. That is true. I ran back to him. Hope he does a little something this year. I didn't go overweight, but sprinkled a little 10% at the end here. So let's see, Steve. 10 minutes left to make your pick. Yeah, how are you doing there, Steve? How I just made 3.
When I just went on that speech about Thielen and Jalen Naylor and all that, I had 4 picks under a minute left when I came back. So
oh my God.
It's been fun. I don't recommend this to anyone.
My receiver, since this is our last BBM draft, we can check out the drafts really quick. That'll give you a time to catch up. So we'll take a look at that, Eddie. So let me scroll through anything else. Yeah, Steve with the fast stats. I don't know how you're doing it with drafting and talking and dishing out stats. That is just insane. Yeah, always listening. Thank you, Mike Hopkins for life. Yeah, I mean, why is he going in the last round, Mike? That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Yeah, I mean, I understand he's going to be low on targets, but what else is on your mind, Steve? Urban's hysterical. Don't worry, Steve. We were listening. Steve, get on the next page. I mean, you're multitasking with like 100 slows, and I did 3 slows, and I was like, okay, did you want to talk about finish what you were talking about?
Oh my.
I don't think this is a big hit to Addison. I'm not docking Addison much.
No, I mean, I do think it caps Addison's upside case and Hawkinson's slightly, just because it really could have condensed around those 3 guys.
I'm just laughing at this. I was absolutely not listening. Okay, I will go over the teams. Good sister that I am.
But just a minor hit is what I'd say.
And you keep catching up on drafts, and then chat, put in what you want to draft. We were going to do a super flex. Does anybody want to do the super flex with us? Would you rather do the pointer? Would you rather do a sprint or marathon? Put in what you want to do most. All right, let's check it out. Oh, no, P-Punch. I think he's in here. 2682, Burrow Herbert. Got to love that combo. Breece Hall, Pacheco, Charbonnet, Ray Davis, Ramondre Stevenson, Taj Brooks. That's a fun one, fun running back room. Lamb, Higgins, Evans, Sutton, Keenan Allen, Tesla, Quentin Johnson, Jalen Noel, Mark Andrews, Zach Ertz. Can't poke holes in this thing. It's very correlated and stacked up. Got, obviously, 2 quarterbacks. You certainly can, even though Steve and I usually do 3 quarterbacks, certainly can stop at 2 there. And every room feels good. So like that P-Punch. Let's see. We got our guy Coolers here. 3, 5, 7, 3 from the 4 spot. Josh Allen, Jared Goff, Danny Dimes, who named a captain, by the way. Saw that. So that helps protect his bench a little. Fun little double anchor there with Gibbs and Jonathan Taylor. Dylan Sampson, Jaden Blue, Will Shipley, and then Jameson Williams, Devonta Smith, Steph Diggs, Khalil Shakir, Darnell Mooney, Christian Kirk, Alec Pierce, TJ Hawkinson, Chikakonkwo, and Jonnu Smith. So, he's got Allen to Shakir. He's got Jamo and Gibbs with Goff, Danny Dimes with Jonathan Taylor and Alec Pierce. So super correlated. Every room is kind of anchored very, very strong. So again, when you're doing a stream draft like this, and you're going through the teams, you don't feel great because you're like, well, this is going to be a tough room, but that'll be fun because I'll label this. It's always fun to look back and see how it all finishes. How it all finishes out all these stream drafts, which I'll label, and it'll be fun to look back as the season starts next week. So Eddie went Lamar, and then did a Giants handcuff. I did this a couple times last year with Lamar or Allen, a couple times with the Vikings. That didn't work as well because, actually it was still advanced, I think, because Sam Darnold did amazing, but obviously didn't have JJ McCarthy. And then I did it with the Steelers room and obviously got all the games with this, both Russ and Fields. I think this is actually really creative to do Lamar, Allen, or one of the elite quarterbacks, and then handcuff either the Colts or Giants room, essentially, if you think you're going to see both of them. And I think this is super interesting. So I think that's a fun way to play it. So I'm
Yeah.
assuming you got Neighbors or Giants stack. Theo Johnson. Okay, so as we were talking Theo Johnson. Okay, so Barkley, Chase Brown, Chuba Hubbard, James Conner, Austin Eckler. That running back room is insane. I love that room. Tet, Michael Pittman, Rashad Bateman, Marvin Mims, Demario Douglas, Dante Thornton, Adam Thielen. Got him still at 163. That's nice. Tyler Warren, Mason Taylor, and Theo Johnson stacked with the Giants guys. And then Bateman stacked with Lamar. So like that, I mean, when you said about the receiver room, I maybe would have, with getting Tyler Warren, found a way to just do 2 and tacked on an 8. But other than that, you can't poke holes in it. I like it, Eddie. Very fun. Here it will be super interesting to see who gets out of this room. UFC Jaguar 2592, Jaden Purdy. That's nice. With Genty, Harvey, Jordan Mason, JCM, Tank Bigsby, a fun little rookie upside running back. Room there. Neighbors, Debo stacked obviously with Jaden, Josh Downs, Josh Palmer, Cedric Tillman, Leggett, Diami Brown, Michael Wilson, Malik Washington, George Kittle, and Harold Fannin. Oh, that's a fun one with Harold Fannin. I haven't done that much, but has Purdy stacked, Jaden stacked. And yeah, I mean, listen, we're making a big bet on the rookie running backs this year at all prices too. So I like that a lot as well. All right. And that does it. We did. I don't even know if we went over our final team, but I'm happy with it as I could. It felt good off the you kind of have a good feel, gut feel either way. So I liked it. Baker Mayfield, Drake May, Aaron Rodgers, Derrick Henry, James Cook, Cam Scatteraboo, Braylon Allen, Chris Rodriguez, Drake London, Xavier Worthy, Emeka Mbuka, Travis Hunter, Keon Coleman, Jalen Coker, DeAndre Hopkins, Dallas Goedert, Hunter Henry, Pat Freiermuth. So obviously all our quarterbacks are stacked too with the tight ends, Baker with the Buka. And then we got some like mini team, stacks going with Baltimore, Buffalo. Do have some, little run backs in there with, like you said. Oh no, that was a different thing. But with Eagles, Bills, definitely some run backs there as well. Some skinnies and stuff too. But I like the team. What do you think about it, Steve?
Yeah. What were the tight ends again? We got
Goddard, Henry, Freiermuth.
I couldn't remember the first tight end. I knew we stacked the back two, but I knew there was a third. I could not remember. So yeah, no, Goddard. That's right. And the Bills bring back. So it's no. I think it's I think it's strong in every room. Obviously, our two anchor running backs. I think is what's key to this team. If they both do what they can do in those elite offenses, this could be a very strong team. Particularly once you get to the playoffs, like their upside for spike weeks is just so high.
Yeah, I was. Wait, what did Steve say? Peanut Punch, enjoying the stream. We appreciate you. Still has, and obviously was just in the draft with us. So again, we appreciate everybody watching, hitting that like button and drafting with us. We're going to do one more. He has said he has 2 pointers left. We have Puppy, Sprint.
Hartman wants to do WNBA dailies.
WNBA, Hartman, and Mike Robb killing me tonight. So 1 Puppy, 1 Sprint. Done with Superflex. He says golden or pointer. So we're 2 pointers. Not a WNBA daily. I don't know if we have a direct. So I'm just going to let you pick, Steve. Cooler says Mastiff time. Definitely not Mastiff time.
Yeah. No, I know actually Hartman does one of the WNBA dailies.
Oh, that's awesome, Hartman.
I mean, I really wanted to do a Superflex draft together. But
I know, but do you think it'll still be open Monday or no?
I don't think Superflex will. But we
Best Ball on Call, listening while driving home. Hit that like. Appreciate you, Best Ball on Call. Good to see you in here. Hope the end of draft season is going well. Another Peppers. Good to see you, Peppers. It says puppies.
We could do pointer.
Would you? Yeah, we had a couple for the pointer. You want to do a pointer?
Yeah.
Let's break down the advance rate really quick. Let's see. So $11 entry. You can 7 entry max. So I've done 4. So I have 3 more. So, but if you did max it, if you make the finals, you get your entry fee back 77 in a 188 finals. Advance rate is 2 of 12, well, 2 of 12 out of the pod, but then 1 of 6, 1 of 3 to a bigger final, 188 final, but top prize $40K. So I definitely like that. It's a fun structure. So we are going to enter the pointer together, right, Steve? Is that final call?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to enter the pointer. Let me find it. The pointer on my phone. So if you want to join the pointer with us, I'm going to enter in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Enter. And 11 more to start. Okay, people are entering. So I was like, uh-oh.
We might have gotten, the room might have filled, or,
Yeah, if anybody got in the pre-flow, you could still get out. Or no, you couldn't if you got in the pre-flow. So if you got in the pre-flow, I'm very sorry. If not, there is 3 more to start. Still room here. Cooler says no more pointers left, but going to hang out while I do my slow picks. Love that. Appreciate you, Coolers. Yeah, sorry. Didn't know we talked about doing a super flex, but it didn't sound like many people were doing super flex. Yeah. So we will but good to see everybody in here. Draft is about to start. Let me pull it up. Let's see. And looks like I'm only on the clock on 1. So that's good. How many for you, Steve?
So you have to go to your phone to see the actual number, because I can't just count.
Oh, there's the fast. 36 seconds. Okay. All right. We are in the 9 spot. I see Losimo at the 2 spot. Fantasy Dog at the 4 spot. Young Mula at the 5. I know the name Casey Brown, but I don't think we're at the 9. Legion 13 at the 10. P-Punch at the 11. So another big friends and family draft. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of us in here. There's another friends and family. It's going to be a tough room, but it'll be fun, guys. Good luck to all. Hopefully 2 of our 6 are moving on because it's a nice, fun advanced rate contest. So yeah, and let me have Christian McCaffrey. Just kidding.
So now I'm up in 43 drafts on Underdog and like 25 on Drafters.
Steve, this cannot be fun. You're trying to sell people in the slow streets, but I guess now's not the time to sell people in the slow streets.
I highly recommend the slow streets or before the clocks go down.
Yeah. Your probably shows IG. Whole crew drafting without me. Oh, sorry, on the drive home, but we'll try to keep you entertained. Best ball and call. Appreciate you in here, and appreciate everybody joining us, hitting that like button. And yeah, what a friends and family draft we got. It goes Chase, Bijan, Lamb, Barkley to Fantasy Dog, and we are at the 9 spot. Yeah, the middle of the draft is kind of where I like these days. Just take some falling value, So
yeah, I mean, I think anything in the first 7 feels really good.
Yeah.
And then like 8, I don't mind. I'm typically Nico there.
I thought I had more neighbors. I'm sorry, Steve. Can we just go neighbors?
Sure.
I thought I take neighbors as much as I can, and it said that's maybe to push me over 10%, but I mean it's hard, obviously, with first round picks, but. All right. And, I think what's fun is at the 9, 10 spot to or around the turn. I do like the middle more, like you said, like kind of like that 5 to 7 range, because like Christian McCaffrey fell to 7 here. But it is fun to see what falls around the turn. Henry goes, Genty goes to P-Punch, London goes. So what combo? Let me see if I can quickly check. Okay, not check. Okay. What do you want to do? I don't know. Sorry. I just have to take Chase Brown. Sorry. I don't know why it wasn't showing me. Okay. I guess because Ladd was further down. I was looking at Ladd, and then when I hit ADP, it was further down. So I just took Chase Brown. I actually am low on him. So sorry about that. Hope that was okay. We'll do better next turn. Pepper says, me and Fancy Dog were hanging out on Sean Mitchell's stream not just 2 minutes ago. That's awesome. Sean Mitchell's great. We did multiple shows with him this off season, both on his channel and here. It was fun, Steve, to do those like recaps after the first couple of weeks of preseason. So love Sean Mitchell's content. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, and I think he had Ian Harden tonight. I obviously didn't see it yet, but I'm gonna go back and watch for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Okay. The Peanut Punch. I think the slow draft hell seems awful. Steve is really devil on your shoulder with the slows. I'll remember this next year. Yeah, I think Hartman said he was still like suffering through 50 slows, and now he's cursing you. I mean, I do think it helped me a lot last year, like slows in general. But yeah, this time of year, slows are not as fun. Mike says, do people realize every draft Steve enters has a 1 or 2% chance of advancing? Crazy to try to win 1 out of 11. You're hysterical, Mike. All right. Yeah, multi-table, multi-listen. Exactly. Absolutely. So when do you think the Superflex, what's your prediction on some of these other ones? Let's see.
I mean, Pointer is feeling a little slower than I expected, but
yeah, I thought it would feel a little faster too.
Yeah, so I have a couple more to go in that. I have one more Superflex to do. I think both of those are probably done by sometime Saturday.
Do you think Rottweiler in first quarter will be, or excuse me, the Superflex in first quarter will be filled by tomorrow night?
I think Rottweiler is Saturday morning at the latest, maybe, maybe late tomorrow night, and then first quarter probably tomorrow. I like BP's comment here. Yeah, and I do think because, well, one, people aren't entering. Like, look at the Puppy 4. Puppy 4 is actually, it'll be a week this Saturday, and it's not even like 45%. So, that one's going to be open pretty much probably right up until lock. So,
the Puppy.
But
4.
I do think they probably release another contest or two, maybe like a Hound Dog 2. Like what they did for the Pug 2 is they made it half the size. So I could see them doing the same thing for the Hound Dog. And the Pug 2 filled in a day and a half.
Yeah, that's true. BP. Good to see you, BP. All the sharps slam the slows right now. That's hysterical. Okay, we're about to be back up 33. Steve, top of ADP, Harrison, JSN, Evans, Garrett Wilson, Devontae. Name your receiver. Tet.
Yeah, let's go Tet. I mean,
do you think
obviously
he'll fall back to us, or would you rather go like Harrison or Evans first?
Let's go Tet. Like I like Evans a lot, so that would be the other one. But I think getting more of good old T Mac makes sense.
Do not make me take James Cook on this one. Let's please take a James Cook break. Any other receiver? I need more Worthy. If you want to do that again, I want more Pickens. I mean, my God, that Dallas offense is so bad.
I mean, if like one of those receivers fall back that we passed,
we're just up at 40. I mean, I could do Travion, honestly.
Well, I meant like Harrison's still there, JSN. If any of those guys fall back, then they're at a value.
Evans goes to our guy Legion. Worthy goes to P Punch. Smart. Let's see. So top of ADP is currently Harrison, Garrett Wilson, Devontae. Okay, Harrison goes. So yeah, it would be just to balance out exposures, probably Pickens for me, just because I want more. I mean, I have 11%, but I want more. Unless you want to go Travion, because I do need more of him too. Your choice.
Let's go Pickens. Dallas, they're going to throw the ball 650 times this year.
I was gonna say, what's the average passing attempts? Like, I know you talk about how Fields is like so crazy low. Dallas will be crazy, and Bengals are crazy high. What's like the average passing?
Yeah, so I mean, a couple of years ago, when it went to 18 games, 17 games, 18 weeks, it went really crazy. Last year, I think only a couple of teams approached like the 700 mark. A lot of teams were in and around 600. 575 to 600. I mentioned like the Vikings and Panthers were around the same last year. I think they were 547 and 546, something like that, if I remember correctly. So 550 to 600 is probably where the majority of the teams live. There might be 8 teams, 6 to 8 teams above that, and some only by a handful of passes. So yeah, I think Dallas is going to have to be one of the league leaders in pass attempts this year.
Gotcha. Yeah. And this is kind of what you teased or talked about, like next year, you'd want to do more projections. Cause I mean, that kind of stuff is fun to like have our ideas, but put some numbers behind it. BP says it's hard to get into a draft when I finish a fast draft and I have to make like 40 slow picks. I'm sure you can feel and understand that, Steve. He says, I can't wait for the overnight pause. I'm exhausted. Absolutely. Yes, absolutely good to see you, VP. Hartman, good point. It's so weird to see so many people done drafting the last week or two. I think this weekend is the time to slam them in if you waited. Fast, yes, I think people would avoid all slows, but if you wanted to jam in fast, yes.
Well, yeah, you can't do any more slows.
You can't do any more slows. Yeah, they changed the clocks down to 1 and you can't do any more slows. People slam like 120 limbs at the close and palms. Yeah, no, that's true.
I mentioned last night with Andrew, like people who did a ton of a limb slow, because they're still, I only did a couple at the end there, but they're still finalizing, and you're getting so much crazy value now.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
Neil Warfield's talked about it, and those teams are, if they run this back, a limb should be the last thing to fill. It honestly should, because you like look at the teams who took Mixon, Godwin, all these guys, even some guys like who might just miss a week or two, like Kate Otten, Isaiah Likely. You don't feel good about those for your limb bag. So this should be the contest that fills the latest, honestly.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Paul says Superflex was at 70 when I entered this morning. Now it's 77. Yeah, that baby is going to be filled, like you said, tomorrow night or Saturday morning.
Yeah.
It's up to you, Steve. Maybe we could add.
Well, sorry, I just looked it up. Only 6 teams had 600 or more pass attempts last year. Kansas City, it was Browns, Bengals, Dallas, Raiders, Jets, Kansas City, and then you had another.
Oh shit, we're on the clock. Sorry, and then I do want to hear that. Harvey, Connor. Let's go, Connor. We didn't do it in the last one.
Okay, I'm good with that.
Okay. Is that okay? Sorry, it was a panic pick.
No problem.
Why is it not taking? Okay, there we go. All right, so top of ADP, let's talk this one through. Hubbard, Rice, I didn't realize Hubbard had fallen. I would have taken him, but that's okay. I need more, Connor. Hubbard, Rice, RJ Harvey. We don't have any of we don't have Higgins or anything. Burrow, Adunze, Debo. I could go Adunze, Hubbard if he was still there. He's gone. Adunze or Debo if you're interested. Golden. What are you thinking? Harvey's still there too.
Yeah, I would probably lean Adunze or Debo.
Okay, Harvey goes. That's who it is. Your choice.
Well, Paul's choice, actually.
Well, it's Paul's choice. Yes, it is Paul's choice. That's true. Okay, he goes Pollard, so your choice. I'll leave it up to you.
Let's go Dunze. I'm just a big believer in the Bears offense. I think he's going to be the one.
I like it. Did you watch the Pete Overzet? Oh shit, we're on the clock. Steve's like, yeah, Meg, I see the red circle saying 52 picks left. Oh my God, that's hysterical. All right, let me catch up with chat, and then I know you agree with this. The limb filling was such a domino. That people were waiting to load up the slows, knowing that it was going to fill early. That's a good point. I didn't even think about that. 20% Judkins and limb, never doing that early again. Yeah, you said that all along, that like wait on the limb because you know that's the one that's going to absolutely kill you with dead roster spots. So that makes sense. For waiting on the limb. I mean, it was fun to like draft on stream and stuff, but definitely waiting and slamming the limb late was the way to go. Good to see Reflect the Sun. People have pointed out BBM4 won with a draft today on August 28th. Well, I knew BBM4 was late August. You could definitely tell by where the ADPs were and everything. But it is interesting. The BBM winners have come in every single month. I believe it's been June, July, August, mid-July. I can't remember the date.
I don't think we've had a May.
No, last year was definitely June because you could tell the Ricky Pearsall ADP was definitely June. For the CLV folks, it was definitely not CLV on Ricky Pearsall, and he was the absolute hammer hero for that guy. but yeah, no, it's so crazy that it's there are pros and cons to drafting in every month. That's why we draft every month. There is upside and downside to drafting every month. I'd say my favorite is probably, I don't know. I almost feel like my favorite's like late June, where we have like a little taste of some news, but we don't have like all the news that you have to move. I don't know. What would you say your favorite is?
So definitely think the approach is to draft some through, if you're
Oh
doing
yeah.
volume, and whether you're doing 25, 50, 150, draft some throughout. I think the majority should be in August and later August. Like Neil Warfield talked about this on the stream yesterday, and I was in chat talking about it. And it's honestly for the same reason. Like, the guy who won last year, he did have dead roster spots, guys who just were awful, and not just the Pearsall, drafted way higher than his point production. But you get like Jermaine Burton and a couple other guys who did nothing, like I think Chandler, just guys who just did absolutely nothing last year. But it still
that's
worked out.
Like you knew him say the hits are better than the misses. Yeah.
But generally speaking,
just take a quick pause and then we'll get back to it. Take a quick pause. We're up now. Top of ADP: Caleb Johnson, Jaden Reed, Jordan Mason. I'd be fine with either of those running backs. Josh Downs. Where do you want to go? 13 seconds.
Mason.
That works for me. So coming back up, stacks, are nothing coming up at 90. Well, Dak goes early, but hopefully we'll be up again at like 106. Maybe we can get Dak there. Not sure where is one of our folks, the Lamb drafter. Let's see who took Lamb. No, it was not one of our friends. So maybe we can get Dak to fall back to 106 if the Lamb drafter doesn't take him. But at 80 something, 88, 034, where do you want to go there? I think Jordan Mason was a good click there.
Yeah.
So top of ADP, Caleb Holmes, Jaden Reed, Josh Downs. Warren just went. I was going to throw that out.
Comment. I can't see the board.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. And I will get back to our guy, Tim. Appreciated that, Tim.
I'd go Downs or Pittman.
Yeah, I'm fine with either guy. There, I have almost identical of both. So your call. You don't think it's, no, I have them ranked way higher. You don't want to go Caleb Johnson falling value?
No.
Okay.
I think we're good. Let's go Pittman, just even it out a little bit.
Yeah, I do need to kind of even out my exposures.
I think either one could be wide receiver one on that team in total production.
Cue up Dak. Yeah, I would agree with that. You were high on Caleb Johnson, going in pre-draft, and then even when he landed, and especially when he landed with the Steelers. I know we pumped the brakes to let him fall, but have you still been taking him some when he falls?
No, I've probably taken him 10 times tonight. But no, it's just we had three running backs. We're coming up to the kind of the dead zone receivers, and we're probably going to be looking quarterback or tight end at these next couple of picks. So I'd rather secure another receiver.
Yeah. Well, shout out to our guy, Tim. He says, shout out to Fanspeak, one of our subs. I was on Coker early because of you guys. That's awesome, Tim. Glad to hear it. I'm trying to get more Coker now for sure. Cooler says, think drafting later is always better. Lots of people talk about ADP risers, but don't mention all the huge fallers that ruin the lineup. Yeah, no, when I was actually using Best Ball Overlay to look at some combos and then seeing some early lineups. It's like, I got like great value on Keenan Allen, but some of the other picks are just ass. just exactly awful, So, I would say maybe my favorite is like, now that I think about it, like July, but before the steam of the training camp is so out of control, but you have a little information, I'd say. I don't know. But no, I get that, like, truly, late August makes sense. And like the point you were talking about, were you talking about the Neil Warfield stream that you were talking about drafting late? I interrupted you again because I was make a pick, but
I was doing NBBMs, and somebody was really pushing back saying, and we, it was a civil conversation, everything, but Neil and I and a few others were in like, wait till August, because you don't want zeros, and like, sure. And
damn, Dak goes.
And to the point, like, because it's like, we get closing line value, but that didn't work for the guy last year. Ricky Pearsall was obviously the worst value you could have gotten him at. It still worked for his team, but it's just,
Closing line value. I mean, he had an amazing team. He had, like you said, he had closing line value and dead picks, and he still, won. So that shows again, you can draft in different months. There's different, things that'll like push different, mindsets or whatever, like closing line value or week 17 bringbacks. I mean, he didn't have any of those either. I don't believe he just.
Can you bring up FK's latest comment?
Yeah, we're up in one pick though, so let's do these 2 picks and then.
I know there's a lot more to get back to, but yeah.
Yeah, no, okay. So 112, Jesus, 105. Why is Baker still there? I'm tempted to backstack him.
So Dak didn't come back to us.
No, Dak got taken. So quickly to 8 seconds.
Let's go Ingram.
5.
Ingram.
Oh, I hate doing this where we just take a random tight end.
It's not a random tight end, but.
Well, is there any there's no correlation?
No, but I mean that.
I don't know.
I can't see the board when you keep a comment up.
All right, sorry. We'll get back to that. 112. All right, what do you want to do? I mean, there's a falling Baker that I think's kind of insane, but
yeah, I doubt he gets back to us, but
all right, if he doesn't get back to us, then we can always try to backstack.
We have another option right here.
Or are you going to wait to say it?
I mean, yeah, there's 2 guys in chat. They both have 2 quarterbacks. So,
I know what it is, Caleb. Yeah. I mean, I just have Baker ranked so much higher. Don't you think that's crazy?
Now, 20 picks of value is something I'll always be interested in. We can just take Rashard White.
Yeah. So what do you want to do if both came to us? What did you want to do?
Yeah, I think I would take the 20 picks of value. I do think value also matters quite a bit. Stacking's nice and helps, but value like that can be a separator.
Our guy Legion goes, Scataboo, we are going to just take the Baker fall of like 20 picks of value. Ironically, we were just talking about, closing line value and different, and kind of like basically saying like, you can still win without closing line value. You can still, win without week 17 stacking. You can win in different months. Like that's what's so beautiful about this game. There's different ways to win as long as you're always playing it smart, basically is kind of our summary. But what were you saying? You said,
he said, you can't get volume down. I was going to say, you're the one guy who's with me in this like multi-hundred slow street.
Wait, what comment?
FK said you can't do volume if you draft late.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But no, I mean, generally he's right. Like, yeah, as he said, you can't do 1,500 or 2,000 drafts in the month of August. I mean, even I think that would be insane.
Right. And I do think there are still benefits. I do think it's like blocking it out and saying, hey, we love the game of best ball. We want to like be involved in it all summer, spring and summer. We're going to, draft each month. Each month is going to have upside and downside, and we're just going to enjoy that. But yeah, you're going to back end more of it. And that's why. And like you said, having a bunch of slows help do that.
That's also what's good about the time box tournaments when they were releasing a bunch in June and July. And did those weeks where they were releasing one a day and all that kind of stuff, or the first super flex puppy that ended in like I think it ended July 4th. Like everyone's locked into roughly the same values. I mean, there's a few swings over that time, but generally speaking, everyone's in the same boat.
Yeah, and I just wanted to point out these couple comments. Cooler says the game has so much variance. I think max info and good strategy is just better. I also agree with Hartman. One team is all that matters, even if it took 149 dead teams to make it. Like you want to give yourself the best chance. But yes, it's like I was talking about on the CBS DFS show. You're going to have plenty of losing weeks. You need, 1 or 2 weeks to buoy your season. Just like in best ball, you need, in your case, 16 finals teams, but a few finals teams to buoy your season, or one big finish to, really make your season. So, absolutely agree with that. And that's why, again, there's so many different draft strategies, but again, we want to be involved in the draft season every month. And
there's
honestly,
plenty of value to draft throughout.
What's that?
There's plenty of value to draft throughout. It's just certain tournaments, like Eliminator is one that going forward, you shouldn't. Marathon's another one because every week matters the same. So missing
Yeah.
weeks early, it can be more hurtful. Things like the weekly winners sprint, BBM. That
okay, really quick. We will get back to this. I mean, I just love Braylon Allen here at this range.
Can we bring up Eckler? Let's see.
Yeah, let me. Got it.
Good.
Didn't know if I'd be able to pull it off or not, but I did. Okay, 1-4-5-1. What other stacks do we have accessible? I didn't realize. I don't even know if we had a falling Burrow or did Burrow? Yeah, Burrow fell to 71. No, he went right before to Losimo. I remember one point I was like, "Oh, we don't have Higgins, or we did have Chase Brown. We could have taken a fall." I didn't even think about that. See, that's on me. Okay, I'm looking through potential other stacks options here at 136. Did you want to pull up Bryce Young? We kind of need a second. It's getting thin at quarterback.
Yeah.
And we already have
Bryce Young's fine. Yeah, it makes sense with team.
We already have four running backs, 5 receivers, at least is like a nice base, and Ingram is a tight end. So you're fine with that.
Yeah.
Obviously already have Tet. You can add on, Jatavian Sanders, really like him, especially with the Adam Thielen move. Okay, so now we're 2-4-5-1. Any guys you want me to queue up for later, or just kind of wait and see?
I mean, it's in chat, but we took him last time. If we could double stack, get Coker maybe in the next round of picks.
Yeah.
I think that's good. I think we then need to start hitting tight end. Rashard White would be a fun stack piece with Baker.
Has there been any word on his injury?
We're still seeing day to day, not too serious from what I've seen. So I'm not too worried. I mean, he's falling. So I'll just keep scooping the fall.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, to summarize, like the bow on all that is, obviously we're always going to be drafting all draft season, spring and summer. There's plus and minuses to every month, but drafting a lot at the end. And, obviously I think a lot of people talk about bookending, like doing a lot early, a lot at the end. I'll probably have a lot each month. And I know you do too. And then, more in August for sure. So I think that makes sense. But your point was hammer certain contests like as eliminator close, as marathon closes, or marathon at the end, because dead roster spots mean more there. I think that's a great point to consider, is like people are winding down this draft season, thinking through next draft season. I also think the point about like drafting throughout, like, for BBM, the contest and marathon, those that are open the whole time, I think you want to backload, have plenty of entries. If you're maxing or having a lot of, you want to have a lot of entries late for the information knowledge we just talked about, eliminator marathon, same for BBM, open all summer. But I love those time box tournaments. We talk about it all year. The time box tournaments are great because, all these CLV moves and stuff like that, we don't need to worry about. Or, guys like Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, those May and June drafts, he might have not even been drafted in some of those. And so, I'm going to end up with, I don't know what I have, 5 or 6% JCM. If he ends up being a smash, then my May and June drafts, it's not like I don't have to sweat that. And that's what I like about not doing just BBM and having those time box tournaments too. So I did want to put a bow on that about like what you said about eliminator and marathon, but also the benefit of those time box tournaments early in draft season, then you don't need to like stress about certain things because guys are just not drafted, right?
Yeah, no, 100%. So like you don't have to worry about, some of those guys who might go off or like.
Can we just do White here and be done at running back?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay, cool. And then we'll be up, we're at 2-5-5-1. We'll be up at 1-4-60. Not sure if you wanted to do receiver, tight end, backstack another quarterback. Top of ADP is of guys we would take are Benson, Pop Douglas, Romeo Doubs, Kyle Williams, Trey Harris out. Well, we're not taking receivers, so let me just look at Pop Douglas, Doubs, Kyle Williams.
So did Coker go?
So you're pulling him up to this area.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you like the double stack here.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. No, I'm fine with him. I mean, he'd be the 6th receiver. Makes, I mean, Dad, if you're watching, this is Steve, not me. Makes the third week 14 bye. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
No, I'm fine with that.
But yeah, I mean, I like our receiver room.
All right. Thinking through, I don't know if you wanted to, we have, yeah, we don't need, maybe we could just look for Danny Dimes late since we have Pittman or something. All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead and take Coker here.
Yep.
Good. Great. All right. You catch up on drafts. I am way behind on chat. But yeah, agree with you, Hardman. What's that?
I was just double checking where we're at, 2561.
Yeah. Let me catch up on chat. You keep catching up on those drafts. Yeah, it only takes one, Hartman. Absolutely. Crazy looking at the winning draft, knowing your 12 hole gets a shot and won't play. Knowing your 12 hole gets shot and won't play. Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, that is true. 2025, we removed the word sleeper from fantasy vocab. These sleepers rise like 20 spots. Yeah. I mean, the risers and like where rookies go, like it's some of the mantras, just like, you know, the dead zone running back doesn't really exist. There are things that just change, right?
Yeah, 100%.
True meaning is sleeper. Meaning is the true meaning of sleeper is dead. Yeah, agree. Meg just bullying Steve mid-sentence. Yep. I do, when I want you to make a pick, I do like wave you down.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to help since I'm not on the screen half the time. So
I was going to say, yeah, I know I'm either covering up the board for you to look at, or you're not looking because you're making picks. But appreciate you, Gritty. We got Gritty in here. Good luck to both of you this season. Love listening and watching your daily shows. Thank you, Gritty. We really appreciate that. Gritty. Good luck to you as well. We appreciate that a lot. Hold that thought, Steve. We're up in 12 picks. So many rookies esteemed way harder this year. Those ain't sleepers. That's true. I heard someone say that today, and that is absolutely true.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is a sleeper now? That's a good point as well. BP. Jalen Lane. Hope not. I haven't drafted him at all.
Yeah. I'm thinking with McLaurin back, it's going to be tough and it sounds like Noah Brown's back.
Oh, this is how behind I was. This was the comment you were talking about. Yeah. Like you said, Coolers is in the slow streets with you.
Yeah.
And BP's in the slow streets with you.
I love it.
Oh my, hold my beer. Yeah, I'm ready to multiple eight balls. Give you a chef and multiple eight balls, and I'll cook. Paul, oh shoot, we're on the clock again. Damn it!
Okay.
No, it's one pick. I got there one pick in time. Whew. Okay. What did you want to do? 177 top of ADP.
I'd probably do.
So Ford, Shipley.
Well, we're done at running back. So what's receiver looking like?
Franklin, QJ, Diami Brown. Woof. Okay,
let's
6 seconds.
Let's take a tight end. Let's take Mason Taylor.
Thank God there's someone I didn't have to search for. I was like, it's not happening.
Who's our top tight end?
Evan Ingram, Mason Taylor. I mean, I don't really like these receivers at the top of the board because all these guys have moved up. I don't know. I mean, I'll just read them quickly. Troy Franklin, Diami Brown, Michael Wilson needs to fall. Amari Cooper. How has he already moved up here? Alec Pierce, Malik Washington, DeAndre Hopkins.
Malik Washington.
Yeah, I do need some of him. You're that into him? Into like?
Yeah, I think he's going to mainly be the 3. He's also got incredible contingent value for any time that either Waddle or Hill miss, which could be a lot. And it's also a bring back to Tampa, so that's a little fun.
Okay. I was going to say I have like none.
And we needed a non-week 14 bye.
Yeah. I mean, if we only go 7 receivers, do you feel comfortable enough with him?
Yeah.
All right. So I'll cue. Oh, damn. Agart got him. Or I can't pronounce names. So what did you want to do here? Because Baker Young does not make me feel comfortable stopping at 2. We could do and Aaron Rodgers goes to Casey Brown.
Toast. I mean, it's the same bias.
The one time we don't have Scott, we do have neighbors.
I was gonna say we have neighbors. We could take Russ.
All right. I just wanted to have a plan.
I love your determining factors whether it's Scatterby or not Malik Neighbors.
I was looking for him. I just went through the running
receiver.
backs first. Paul said if I didn't have Hurts, I would have taken Stack Baker. I would have stacked Baker with Evans 3 rounds ago. Hindsight 2020. Yeah, I was wondering if someone in chat was going to take him right before us, but no, that is the one thing when you go elite quarterback. Sometimes it is harder to take that value. So, yeah, it comes down to how many time box contests you're willing to embrace risk in. Yeah, no, I like doing them throughout just because, yeah, I'll take like a couple shots late at potential low, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah. VP talking about lunch with mom. Stars, good to see you. August team's feeling nice. Okay, like it, Stars. Good to hear it. So BP, you started all your drafting. It looks like end of July, or excuse me, July, end of June, in July, and you're at 700 drafts. I went light.
Oh my.
Fancy Dog says my draft strategy is usually elite QB, strong running back, tight end, and lots of wide receivers. Yeah, so you're hitting it with quantity over quality. I know. I watched that Pete Overzet video. I think I started to talk about that, and then we got distracted. But the truth serum takes, and Tom Strachan, who we love, talked about his truth serum was like doing more hero wide receiver, like one receiver early and then kind of coming back to it. All right, Steve. So round this out, we'll be up at 201 and 208. What did you want to do? We could do Wilson with 1 pick. Do you want to go 8th receiver, 3rd tight end? We have Ingram, Mason, Taylor, so probably should go 3rd tight end. Do you want to just take Russ here and decide?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Because somebody else could happen to take Russ. So
okay, so our receivers are Neighbors, Tet, Pickens, Rome, Pittman. Oh, we're fine we have week 3, week 14, but we got 5 receivers by 88. So we're fine with 7. So let's go 3rd tight end. We like our running back room, and we ended up getting 3 quarterbacks. So going to have a shit ton of Pat Freiermuth because people let him fall to the last round. And I love it. We could also take Theo Johnson stacked. So those would be my 2 choices. Oh, dog sounds like he's losing his mind. That's awesome.
I mean, we could go. I know there was a comment earlier about the Theo injury. From what I saw, nothing serious. They weren't reporting anything serious, or at least that wasn't the initial fear. So I wouldn't mind still going Theo just with the stack, but obviously Freiermuth is a good pick as well.
Oh boy. Okay, you want to go Freiermuth then?
I just said let's go Theo Johnson, but
I'm sorry, the dog was like banging on the crate. Okay, so you want to go Theo Johnson?
Yeah.
That works. That works for me. Oh boy. This isn't good. BP says, I'm not sniping. I'm at the point of draft season where all I thought was having the highest rank with the correlation. Yeah, at this point, I'm just balancing out the exposures, combos.
Exactly.
Yeah. The spot on time box are their own beasts. The rest is probably best to backload. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Dirty P, good to see you in here. 15% Horton and Ollie Gordon in the first puppy. Damn. Wow. If I don't win puppy Superflex, I'm retiring from best ball. Hopefully we see in the finals. Love the Superflex. Love it. So much fun. Was hoping the market wouldn't wake up to Horton. It came late though. We got our guy Who's back in here. Steve has crazy Bills and Broncos wide receiver room in this BBM. He'll know what I'm talking about in an hour. I assume you're in a slow with Hartman.
I guess I'm sure I am. I know there's Hartman. There was a couple nights ago, I got into a slow and I was like, oh, there's Hartman. But I'm not like tracking that team specifically. So yeah, I'm sure that's what he's talking about. Because then next thing in chat, he was like, yeah, I tried to get in a slow BBM. Next thing you know, Steve's right next to me.
Oh my God, that's funny. It's funny looking back how soft the first Superflex contests were, the new ones. I agree with that. Do you agree with that? Yeah.
Oh, for sure. The funny thing is, it's going to happen again next year. Like people
Yeah.
draft so much off ADP. So when the ADP is Fugazi to start, they don't understand.
I mean, Steve, I had this clip queued up all year long. Let me see if I can find it. What did you just call it?
Fugazi.
Yeah, Fugazi, it's a wazi, it's a woozy, it's a.
Yeah. Good line. Good line. BP says, hold on, wait, I lost it. I'm just going to spam the chat, just respond to 1%. That's hysterical. Steve says, yeah, you wave. I ignore. Sometimes I was waving you down. Sometimes you were probably looking down.
Oh, there's no chance I was looking at
it. Yeah, keep in mind, have to overcome DFS brain. We're 600 entries in 4 days in DFS land. Okay, so Coolers, you're definitely in the DFS streets. You more, I assume, DraftKings. Do you do some FanDuel or just DraftKings only? We will be having tons of DFS content, so hopefully we see you in the chats with that. Can't wait for hopefully a very fun and successful DFS season. Crazy room Eddie got with CMC, Achan, Chase Brown, and Hampton. Damn, that's insane. Yeah. Best ball and call. Okay, they're chatting there. Let's see. Who is the best offensive line in the league? Do you think still the Eagles, Steve?
I mean, they're up there. I probably think Denver is really good. I think the Vikings could be good. They brought in two of the Colts starters, Ryan Kelly and Will Fries, and then drafted Jackson, offensive guard in the first round. So they are, and that's with Daresall and O'Neal bookends. So their offensive line could be excellent. Yeah. Titans are low-key really good also.
Yeah. No, you've been talking about the Titans offensive line all year. Okay, Paul talks about the different drafting times. Had 4 BBM finals, early June, late July, late August, late July made the finals. That's interesting. Yeah, absolutely.
I know Al Boogie, I don't think he's in here, but
oh yeah, he had 11th place.
Yeah, he told me he drafted that mid to late August. So
okay, so it was mid to late August. Meg needs to practice stress stream drafting. Yeah, I mean, I'm always like just looking at chat, then I'm like, shit, we're on the clock. Yeah, it definitely is not Miami who aims for best offensive line. Mike Robb says FanDuel has a great promo for their $5 Millie Maker. Oh, that's cool. Coolers. I need to check that out. I talk about this with Underdog versus Drafters. I actually like half point PPR, so I will definitely check that out. I want to definitely balance out and do some FanDuel too. Curious where the two of you are with Ollie Gordon. I'm still skeptical, not avoiding. I think his college production is overrated, overblown. You're the college prospect. I know you had him ranked certainly lower than where this team is going now pre-draft. And then obviously people are steaming him because of the situation. I'm very concerned about the offensive line. I'm having problems catching up, but I'm trying to catch up a little to have some. Like I'll probably end up having just like 5 or 6% because I was not on him pre-draft. I was not on him this drafting season. So I will end up maybe getting 5% maybe. But where are you? That's the better question.
Yeah. So for me, I mean, Ollie Gordon, his 2 years ago, he was insane in college, and that probably wasn't the real guy. I also don't think last year was the real guy. Maybe he could have had a better attitude or whatever, but the team was so.
Where did he go again?
Oklahoma State.
Okay.
Quarterback play was horrendous. The offensive line play, honestly, this is why he's working out at Miami, because Oklahoma State's offensive line play was just terrible. And I did have worries him coming out, and I wasn't surprised that he went day 3, even with what he did 2 years ago. But I gotta give him credit. He's apparently looked good in camp, even before the preseason stuff. He clearly outplayed Jalen Wright, and now everyone got injured. I mean, Madison's out for the year. Wright's banged up, going to miss some time. And even though Chain's probably back week 1, and sounds like he's back week 1. He might not be 100%, and Achane just doesn't have the profile to be like a 300 touch guy. So I think Gordon will have enough. I didn't have a ton of them before this past week, but I'm starting to take them, and in these slows, I'm definitely taking them a little bit more, just so I end up with like 4 or 5%.
Yeah. I'll get to the rest of the chat. I just want to make sure I'm not up in like 10 minutes or something. Talk one. I'm up in 9, and you know me, I can't multitask. Who Ames, this is crazy. He says, I can't get in my FanDuel accounts locked for 10 years. That's insane. I assume you've written emails.
Yeah, I would definitely try to read again, because that's super frustrating.
That's so crazy.
But no, I will go to chat.
I had nobody queued up either, and this one is down to 8 minutes. Yikes.
Punch says January, September, all good times draft. I agree with that. Big board through BBM. I'm with you there. Boogie says, hey, I just tuned in.
I got so far behind.
Like low average truth was known. So Fantasy Dog's low under on Ollie, it sounds like. And he says, yeah, mid to late August was when he drafted his team last year.
Okay. You thought that was
BP Ollie Gordon's got that dog in him. I mean, look, he's who Ames and I talked about it. He's looked good in the preseason. He's really looked good. I worry still about that offense. It could just be, super bad this year. And so that's just kind of a concern. And Achane is still going to just, be the guy overall. It's just, I don't know how many times they get near the red zone because, Achane can score from outside the red zone. Hill and Waddle especially can score from outside the red zone. So that could be an issue. I don't think we can expect what Mostert did, but I think Gordon is a fine click now. Huim saying Ollie should be going ahead of JCM. And I know he's not high on JCM. And some of that is what we mentioned, like Chris Rodriguez could be a real threat that people just aren't giving enough credence to. Best one call saying they're closer than he is to. Yeah. Gordon, I am now getting the news now about Wright missing like early in the season. What was the report? He might be back in September or something. I feel pretty confident Gordon has the number 2 role. Maggie's higher in Olive Garden than Ollie Gordon.
Haven't been there a while, but I would say yes. I mean, great breadsticks and salad. All right.
Fantasy Dog saying your ears must have been burning out when first round had no idea Al Boogie. Yeah. And I know because he's a New York drafter, right? So thank God they got that done. Because I remember that time where he had to like go to Jersey or whatever to draft.
All right, Steve, I'll take over this if you want to catch up. And then we'll wind this one down since we are on a crap. I got it down to all the ones that were within 50 minutes. I only have like 25, Steve. I have no idea how you're doing this. No clue. None. Like BP said, it's time to go to sleep and have the 10-hour clocks.
I think that's.
Oh no, I haven't tried to get in for 10 years. Okay. Yeah. I like the half-point PPR. So I do want to play some FanDuel this year. For sure. Okay, you already mentioned Ollie got that dog in him. DFS week 1 pricing, just did a show today on CBS. Steve and I will do an early look on Monday. Is Charmin soft? Tickles my tummy. Risk it for the biscuit. It is very, very, very soft pricing. So it's going to be, really locking in on player takes and that right combination of, eating the right chalk and hitting the right loan guys, I think. Yeah. Paul talking about his RIP Phil Maffa Bulldog shares. Let's see. All right. I think we caught up. Eddie says drafters time for me. We appreciate every single one of you in here today, watching with us, chatting with us, drafting with us, or we had 2 friends and family drafts. Hit that like button if you haven't on the way out. Make sure you're subscribed. If you're for some reason not, we have a lot of our ride or die loyals. We appreciate all of you, each and every one of you. Again, we talked about it. the content does not stop as drafting season winds down here. It only keeps ramping up because we're going to cover DFS, as we just have been talking about, battle royales and NFL betting, one of my favorites. So stay tuned. Lots of fun stuff coming. I have Friends of Best Ball tomorrow, Nez, 4 p.m. Eastern. Very excited for that. Steve's going to do some live drafting because, as you can see, he has lots of drafts to do. He might as well do them on stream. He's going to definitely be on a little longer Monday, and I'll jump on to maybe give him some breaks. And also we'll do kind of like a first look then, because that is what we are going to do every Monday as part of our Monday block of content. So this has been fun. Steve, any final thoughts for the people?
Good luck to anyone else who's in a lot of slow drafts, because it is brutal. I still have 41 to go.
Holy moly. How are you going to do drafts by yourself? I guess you're so good at multitasking.
That's going to be interesting. Not going to lie.
Yeah, for those that, as we're winding down best ball season, absolutely. Hopefully a bunch of us are, having some fun week 17 fun sweats together for sure. Yep. Mike Robb, Monday stream. Let's go for America. Let's do it. I love it. This has been fun. We're going to be in the slow streets tonight. Hopefully, when does the clock shut down, Steve? That would, as BP says, we can get a little break.
It might be. I don't know if it's 11. I thought it was 10, so I guess it's probably 11 Eastern time.
Steve's about to DoorDash Red Bulls. Yep, the time is ticking. That is almost here. So excited. Next Thursday we'll definitely have a block of content covering everything, but definitely celebrating the first day of NFL season. Cannot wait. So thank you so much, guys. Again, hopefully you join me tomorrow with Nez at 4 p.m. Eastern and Steve a lot this weekend. So for Steve, I'm Meg, and we will see you next time.